trail that just goes the whole way around the property.
Mm-hmm.
And cleared this out. Had to replant my front lawn. I started to sink a little bit, so I had 5 loads of dirt come in. And
Wow, it's a great view.
Smithsburg.
I actually just got hired at Emmitsburg High School to do biology and chemistry, so this will be my first year there.
What's that mean? You teaching or?
Yes, teaching.
Oh, cool.
Teaching.
Cool. Where'd you go to college?
I did my undergrad at the University of Maryland, College Park, and then I finished graduate school at Stevenson.
I never went to college. To see these trails, they go up and they circle all around.
Oh, that's,
if you'd want to use it.
That's great.
Not many people do.
I love running, so I think it would be nice to...
I tell you, the guy I had here, there's more than I could do. Is he worked at, I don't know if you know CIDAR, the Pentagon place.
No,
right there,
I'm not familiar with it.
Well, it's like an underground. They hollowed out the mountain, and you'll see helicopters come over here.
Yeah.
All the Pentagon people and such. Well, anyway, he ran from here to there, and I said, "Damn, Isaac, how'd you do that?" Because he went up Hornets Nest Road and ran. It's about 9 miles.
Okay, wow.
Rugged 9 miles.
Yeah.
He did these marathons, and he was here for about 6 or 8 months, and he really enjoyed it. Everybody's lived here, couldn't have been happier. Got a little cabin up there.
Yeah, that's nice.
And like I say, you'd be welcome to use anything or do it. Is it chemistry, you say?
Yeah, chemistry and biology.
I wish I did, That's an interesting field. A lot of people, my daughter, she goes in and she doesn't pick a subject that'll make you money. I said, all this business of doing what you like to do, you can always do that.
Yeah.
But, when you get out, you can't have that liberal arts nonsense, or what you had, corporate communication or something like this. I said, what's that mean? Okay, this is how you would come in. I've got a push button on that door, so you would give me a code, a 4-digit code, and that'll get you in this door. Come on in here.
Sure.
And this light comes on automatic, and then you have the same thing here, and you just. So that would open that door and that door. It's my place. You have, this is valuable for people.
Yeah, washer dryer.
So nice. To have to run out to town and all that. Jeez. Besides the money, what a pain. This used to be my office until I converted it. It was my favorite room because it's so tall and bright.
Yeah, lots of natural light.
And I've got DirecTV, got the next step up from basic, but it doesn't have a whole lot. I canceled the Mass and Orioles, got on my nerves too much. It was about May, and I said, they ain't going anywhere. You have Wi-Fi, and what I've done is this is a router, but this runs hardwire straight up. Okay. So you could take this, from my router that comes in. The Wi-Fi works great because there it is, but nothing works as good as a hard line, if you do a lot of that. Most people bring their TV. I have a little one, but almost everybody brings their TV. Let me see. This has a, it goes directly out, so it doesn't recirculate. So if you cook anything, you can do that. Right, so this oven's fabulous. I have one downstairs. I paid like $280 for it. But you can cook everything. It's I hardly even use mine. I've got a commercial oven, hardly use it. Let me see. This is I sell commercial equipment. So this is that John Boo's table. Here's a real big advantage. This is your heat. It doesn't control my house.
Okay, yeah.
So, the hot and cold, some places you go, well, downstairs it's nice, up here it's hot or it's cold. This is 100% yours. When you go outside, you see there's 2 condensers outside and 2 air handlers. So in the winter, you know, or summer, it's your decision how cool you want it to be. And here is, here's the bedroom. And you don't have furniture?
I don't have much, no.
Good, good. I mean, if you want to move it, it's the problem is people bring furniture, and I got no place to put this.
Yeah.
This is just storage in here. I mean, it's big.
Okay.
You know, it's
Oh yeah, that is spacious.
you know what I mean. And then this has a ton behind this wall over here. Is that whole line? See the height there? Behind there is storage. I put a floor in it, and let me get that light in there.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, bathroom. When I built the house, I used the best I could put in. I didn't put the, you know, the liners or anything. I mean, put real bathtubs in and all the fixtures and everything. And I did every time I had a choice to go with, you know, this or the better stuff. I always went with the better. So, you know, and it has everything that you, and that's like a heater up there. All kinds of lighting. Let's see. You have any, you know, 2 closets? And this is, I think it's a big thing for both you and I, or everybody's living here. This was actually an outside wall when they built it because of code. So this whole wall's insulated.
Okay,
and below you is the garage. So anything here, like you're walking around, I can't hear it in there. And the big thing, when I was in my office, like downstairs, I couldn't hear the phone, TV, nothing. And same way when I'm down here. So this is virtually outside.
Yeah,
so the
totally
sound
separate.
movement, unless this door's open, you know, I mean, you can. I had one guy who was a producer for a radio station in Baltimore, and he would make these skits up for early morning, and you know, he was supposed to be some sort of country hillbilly, and he's singing and carrying on. He's got a guitar. He goes, "You must think I'm crazier than hell up here singing and carrying on by myself." And I said, "Joe, I can't hear you." And he goes, "Are you kidding?" He goes, because he goes, "Listen on the radio," because then he goes in, and he's like a character in the morning. And I said, "No, I've never heard you. I've never heard you." So, like I say, it makes it nice for, you know, if you're watching TV at 3 in the morning or something, you don't have to worry if it's in here. In there, the sound, of course, it's in the house, and the floors aren't insulated, so the sound would travel a little bit more. I'm very considerate. After about 8 o'clock, I'll go down the basement or whatever if somebody's up here. Some people have to get up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and they can't have me carrying them. But it's just me and my girlfriend that lives there. And once in a while I have parties. Thursday night I have a Thirsty Thursday on the deck with the bar and everything. Any other questions you have? Here's this. I don't know if you have stuff to store, but you know, hardly anybody uses it. But that runs the whole way back. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of room. You just have one vehicle? Or 2?
I would only be bringing one. The one I drove today is not the all-wheel drive one. My sister's using that today. But I do have an all-wheel drive Subaru. So does it get, you said, you know, 5 or 6 days a year, it gets pretty bad.
Well, there's about 5 or 6, I've been here 20 years and I've never not been able to get out. There's, I mean, unless it's where the roads like 70's closed, 15's closed, that's happened 3 or 4 times and snow gets that deep. I have a Jeep and a plow, and I can clear this in about 18 minutes. Now, the county comes by early. They're usually by 8:30, Riffle Road's clear. They take care of that road. It's a rural, historic road. Some lady somewhere, Newmarket. There's only about 20 of these roads left, and they maintain it so well, and they plow it, and anything's wrong with it, I mean, they take care of it. And I think it's kind of cool, you know, that it's one of these old roads. When I was a kid, it was like that.
Yeah, I would say that would be one of my concerns, is because I have to be at school super early in the morning. So if there's a day it snowed a lot and I'm out before the plows, it would be rough.
They plow, and like I say, if it's closed, you'll be closed.
Yeah, and at least the driveway's going downhill, so I could get out and then.
The only issue you would have is if you. I don't like to plow before it's finished.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it snows at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, doesn't end until 5. I don't like to plow it until it's done, because if you just start running over, it's hard to get up.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had anybody ever not be able to get to work.
Okay.
Unless.
Yeah, it's emergency
you're not
situation. Everyone's closed.
I mean, if you
yeah.
get that ice down, 16, nobody's going in. Schools, God, they closed.
Yeah,
they had that Pentagon twice closed. So they closed way after schools.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking, and schools are the first ones to close, or they come in late. I would almost say for sure, and I make sure if I know it's going to snow, I've even gotten up and pushed it down. So, to get out. Going down, it's not bad with four-wheel drive. It just, if you come here, I'll just show you. I go down the left side, and I've never had an incident, but I've had people that just go down there like it's today. And so you can't do that when it's, you got to be a little cautious. It's bravery nonsense. Mm-hmm. But I always go down on the left side, because if you're going down at night or something, you can't see. If you start to slide, you just go into the mountainside, and then when you get to the turn, if you put like 1 foot or one tire inside, off of the road, there's like a drainage ditch in there, mm-hmm. and you won't go anywhere. And what I do tell people, it costs me a lot of money to do this. Very few people do it. If you notice when you're down there, I put a spot down there. The wise people that, like, if I have to go to the airport or something, I do it when I go someplace, and I hear it's going to snow, and I don't care what it is, because it always changes. I'll park down there, then I'm 100% positive.
Yeah, you'll be able to get out.
I get out.
Right.
But people, I don't understand. It's not an easy walk.
Yeah.
But, if you have to get out and it's going, ice is the one.
Right, ice is the worst.
Snow, I haven't had, in four-wheel drive, you'll see, if you come in, you'll see that I keep it clean, out there. It's, because I've got to get out too, but I've never had anybody ever not get to work, unless, like I say, 70 and 15. That's happened 2-3 times in 20 years. And you have any other questions?
Actually, I thought the advertisement online had everything laid out pretty well. What's your policy on guests? If I were to have friends over or something like that.
Of course, of course I go to that place. It's not like that. Here's what I'm looking not to have. Mm-hmm. Somebody starts coming, they're here, and then all of a sudden they're living here.
Yeah,
I gotta be the bad guy, saying, hey, you can see this is not some place where you can have 3-4 people living. Kids, one guy has these kids, girlfriends, as long as they go home at night. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I'm doing you a favor with that.
Right.
Because, as soon as you start commingling, things change in relationships. Mm-hmm. And if you want to have people stay over, just let me know. So,
give you a heads up.
And, I got to say, the last guy, within like 3 days, he had somebody living here. And I said, damn it. But the fact is, he was real quiet and didn't bother me, and I just pretended it wasn't happening. And I never really said, but he's sneaking around like I don't know it, And I said, just be upfront. And if somebody's to stay overnight or something, I don't mind that a bit.
Okay.
And if you have, relatives want to come and they, instead of the motel 3-4 days, I don't care. It's just so it just doesn't morph into
a permanent thing.
Yeah, and then, like I say, I hate being, the bad guy. Come on saying, this wasn't their agreement. I tried to put everything,